My name is JUFU, and this is how I fell off. First, I want to start by saying I'm making this video because I want people to understand certain things that they can do to prevent themselves from ever falling off. And I want to just share this story because I feel like some of my supporters deserve an answer of why I've slowed down so much on my posting and why numbers might not be the same way that they remember it to be. So this entire journey started when I was 13, 9 years ago. I had these two friends in 8th grade named Jack and Yuri. Shout out to you guys. They had a Vine account called Comedy Kings, and I was inspired to start making some funny videos myself. So I make a Vine account and I call myself Julian Fulian. Going into my second year on Vine, I found communities of people that did Revine for Revine. Throughout this second year on Vine, I was able to go from 6,000 followers to 216,000. The school's going well, everything's going pretty well, but Vine is starting to decline. A lot of people were not happy with Vine. A lot of creators felt like Vine was not listening to its creators. So as Vine is dying, I'm in my sophomore year of high school at this time. I don't know what my next step is gonna be, but I wanna keep creating. So I go over to my YouTube channel, which I've only posted maybe 2 or 3 times, and I start doing a daily vlog after school. I was inspired by Casey Neistat, one of the best vloggers of all time. He made me fall in love with just being behind the camera. I didn't vlog for a long time. I only vlogged for about 20 something days daily, but I stopped because I felt that my days were just the same thing over and over. I wasn't making them interesting. I was just going to school, coming back home and recording it. If I can tell my younger self at 15 not to quit, I definitely would tell him that, but unfortunately I stopped vlogging. The most beautiful thing that came from the vlogging experience and watching Casey Neistat videos was me falling in love with being behind the camera. Right now I'm shooting on a Blackmagic 6K. I'm absolutely in love with Blackmagics. I wish they had autofocus, but it's okay. Vlogging happened, then Musical.ly came around. When Musical.ly came around, I hopped on it really quickly, but before I even hopped on it, I got very lucky because some of my vines made it over to Musical.ly and people were lip syncing to my voice before I even got on the platform. I was like, this is a great opportunity for me to get on there. People already know me. So I get on Musical.ly and I start posting some of my vines and I start making my own original content similar to how I was making on Vine, but on Musical.ly. So my high school had a music technology program, which I'm so thankful for. It was funded by Levi's, Alicia Keys, and Joey Badass. Basically, the music technology program taught us how to use Logic Pro X. Using Logic, I used that skill that I was learning in school and I applied it to what I was doing on social media, and I decided to start making parodies. The song Broccoli by Lil Yachty that went stupid viral. It had hundreds of thousands of videos made to it. Black Beatles, I Spy, so many different songs that I made parodies to, and these parodies were going crazy on Musical.ly. I started making music that I was taking more seriously, veering away from the parody side of things. In 2017, I thought to myself at the time, like,
if I want people to take my music seriously, I can't be posting on Musical.ly.
After a year of just making some music in 2017 and not putting it out and not posting on social media, and my mom telling me that I need to post. Musical.ly eventually makes the transition into TikTok. This was also a new golden opportunity. So now going into 2019, I felt like it was a good time for me to start putting music on the platform. But instead of making parodies this time or putting out the music that I was serious about, I felt like I should start making songs catered to TikTok itself. There was a really popular dance around May 2019 called the Whoa. Okay. Throw that real quick. There was no designated song for the dance move, so I saw this as a great opportunity for me to make a song that people can start using for the dance move because everybody's gonna use it. So I make a 15-second song, literally 15 seconds, no full song made. I make a video with my friend Tej. The video goes stupid viral on TikTok. Multiple people just automatically gravitated towards it and started making videos to the sound. From there, it just started to take off. One thing that I learned from this release though was even though I made this 15-second song, people wanted to hear more of this 15-second song. They thought it was a full song, but I only made a 15-second song. You should definitely have your entire song ready before you put out a snippet of your song on any platform. So moving on from the song Whoa, I learned from my mistakes. Moving forward, I needed to make a full-length song before I actually put out a teaser of any sort. I don't remember what exactly made me come up with this idea. I've done several interviews over the years, and I just said that it was inspired by Rush Hour.
Who are you? You. No, not me, you.
That's the one thing I can think of that would make me say this, but I find a ski mask type beat on YouTube produced by a 13-year-old kid named Tyler. The beat had such a bounce to it, and I was like, nah, people on TikTok are gonna eat this beat up. I load the beat up, put it into Logic Pro X, and I just start freestyling. Who are you? I am you. I don't know where that came from, honestly, but I just knew that the formula with TikTok at the time, and kind of still today, is like, if you have a song with the content in mind as you're making the song, it's bound for people to gravitate towards that sound and feel like they can use it for a video. So I make a 15-second snip of that Who Are You song. I make my own little video to it, put the sound out on TikTok, and it starts going absolutely bonkers, bananas, crazy, stupid. As the song is going crazy viral and all these different people are making videos to it, labels start reaching out to me. When I had released the Whoa song, one label reached out to me. I believe it was Alamo. But when the Who Are You song came out, it's probably one of the #1 songs on TikTok. It was very exciting and overwhelming, but I had about 15 different record labels reaching out to me. Island Def Jam, Arista, Warner, Columbia, Universal itself, Sony. So many different labels. I didn't really know what to do at the time. I didn't have anybody that knew how to navigate music like that. And this is where I meet my manager. Definitely have a great team around you guys, people that actually know how to navigate music, because it's not just putting out music. When you want to get into the music business, there's a lot of different avenues that need to be filled. But my manager, Donovan, I've been working with him since 2016 actually, but that's another story. I'll probably do some type of like podcast thing with him, so just to introduce him. Donovan was the only person that me and my mother knew who knew how to navigate the music industry. We just start seeing what different labels have to offer. It took almost 5 months to find what label we're gonna settle with, and we ended up going with Island Def Jam. The signing day was one of the most surreal moments of my life.
Talk to the camera, tell us how you feel, bro.
Like, I don't know how to explain. It's a very surreal feeling. I feel very blessed. I'm very thankful. None of this would be real without the support of you guys. So, thank you. Just walking into Universal and going up the stairs, and everybody a part of the label is just waiting for you as soon as you get out the elevator, and there's balloons in your name, and it was an amazing time, and it was just it's all about you. Definitely one of the most surreal days. I had all the people that were close to me in my circle were there, but overall, label situation turned out pretty. So a couple months go by being with the label. I start just meeting different girls, enjoying my time, and just enjoying being signed, making more music with friends, making more music by myself. And going into 2020, March 2020, COVID begins. 10 days after my birthday, my 28th birthday. A week after COVID began, I was scheduled to go on my first tour. I feel like that would have been a super amazing opportunity. The amount of content that I would have been able to shoot and the amount of fans that I would have been able to meet would have been an absolutely amazing experience. But COVID did happen, and I was unable to do that. Around the time that my tour was supposed to start, I start a series on TikTok, just going on Omegle and meeting people. I'm still riding the Who Are You wave at this point, and I just go on Omegle and I start saying, "Who are you?" to people, and they're like,
"Oh my god, no, it actually is you. Oh my god."
The first Who Are You video on Omegle that I did on TikTok goes crazy. That was a really amazing time. One of the fastest periods of growth I've ever had on social media. My growth has always been very slow and steady over the years. I went from 1-something million to 3 million. So I grew 2 million followers in a matter of 2 months, from March into May of 2020. In May 2020, I dropped my project, and it was going crazy already because one of the songs on my project was the background song for all of my Omegle videos. So after doing about 2 Omegle videos a day, I wanted to take a little break. I never really talked about this I've always wanted to explain this, and I feel like I've procrastinated on explaining this for too long, but I lost a friend of mine in April 2020 to overdose. And when this happened, I tried to get away from it by just continuing to work. And as I was working, I also started to mess with different substances. Substances just like marijuana, some psychedelics, and things that can essentially hinder your mind frame. I never really talked about this because I wanted to maintain a positive image for my audience. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be. Not saying that substances hinder that, but I feel like we can be our greatest selves without any assistance. My friend that passed away, her name was Julia, somebody that I was romantically involved with, and I didn't really know how to necessarily cope with it. I feel like I just tried to tuck it behind my head and keep going forward. After about 2 months of making these Omegle videos, I eventually burn out, and I take a trip to Florida and then LA from Florida. And throughout this trip, I was just like, I kind of just got out of my routine of making these Omegle videos, and I just started to try to figure out another move for myself. By the time I was ready to get back to my Omegle videos, TikTok wasn't really pushing them anymore. Mind you, a lot of different people started making Omegle videos after me. There's more people in the market now, so TikTok started pushing those people instead. Following this Omegle series phase, my music starts changing a lot. Definitely a lot sadder, just sharing my emotion that I've been repressing. I ended up getting a call from my manager saying that we get to get away from the label without owing anything, just we're gonna be free men. And I was very thankful for that, also kind of scared because I feel like I've attached this being with the label to my ego so much, where it was like, wow, like what am I now? Like who am I? I had to realize that the label wasn't me, and this was one of the greatest opportunities that I could have been ever presented with. I feel like a lot of the time in 2020 into 2021, I was trying to fill different voids and repress different emotions that I have been experiencing but tried to just get away from. So I spent a lot of time in 2021 just trying to figure out what the next move for myself would be, trying to figure out what side ventures are good for me to take on. I feel like I've procrastinated so much because I'm such a perfectionist and I want to get everything so perfect, and I want everything to be plotted out and perfectly crafted and packaged. This exact video that you're watching right now is a huge step for me because I procrastinated on this for so long. I don't know why, like so many different things that I've been shying away from showing my true layers, and I've just always been trying to be this perfect package of something. I feel like you can only do that if you're being yourself, and none of us are perfect. But what makes us more unique and more relatable and more impactful is being you. And I think making this video was something that I've shied away from so much because I wasn't ready to reveal different, like deeper aspects of my life. I just wanted to keep being the same person that people has always known me for. And I've always wanted everybody to like me, and I've tried to cater to everybody, but realistically you can't do that. You just gotta be you, and whether or not people like it, it is what it is. And I feel like this is one of the things that affected me in 2017 too, when I completely stopped making videos. It was my ego. It was just, I didn't want it to be damaged. I felt like I needed to shed off a layer of myself, which is myself. Like I wouldn't be making comedy videos if I didn't feel like I was a funny, silly guy. And I told myself, all right, I want to be this. I need to shed that off. I can't do that. I just got to be me all the time. I want to be a completely sober individual, and I feel like I just need to take care of the body so that I can complete what I feel I'm here to do. I've been going to the gym a lot more lately, drinking water off the wake up. And outside of music, finances has slowed down because I've been very inconsistent and I've slowed down on my posting. So I've started an Airbnb business. I have a clothing brand I need to push, production company that you guys will see a lot more of soon. If you watch my music videos, you'll see it in the beginning, extra loud. Our daily habits are what define who we are, defines our character. If your daily habits don't align with the things that you want for yourself in your life, then you're not really living a fulfilling life. It's been a long journey of 9 years, and I just realized the title of this video is How I Fell Off. I only mentioned falling off once in the beginning of this video. And just to answer this question of how I fell off is simply I haven't posted and made myself visible consistently. I haven't presented myself consistently on social media over the course of the last year. And when you're not presenting yourself consistently, people find other people to watch. So I look forward to posting a lot more on YouTube. I feel like it's way overdue. I feel like I'm just going through my journey. I'm experiencing all the things that I'm supposed to experience and becoming more mentally equipped to become the man that I want to become. Everything that I'm going through now is only preparing me to get to where I need to go. I'm not stopping. I don't plan to stop. I don't plan to quit. I got people to influence. Aside of YouTube and content creation, I'm working on a project right now, a music project. It's gonna be 5 songs. It's called 555. Got it tatted on me right here. The project's really just focusing on transformation. I feel like it's time that I make music that I want to make, and it's time that I make music that's about the things that I've been experiencing. I'll still have fun on the mic, and I'll still drop some fun bangers here and there, but right now I'm focused on this project, 555, and I hope you enjoy it. As you guys see 555 around on license plates, when it's 555 on the clock, 555 a.m., 555 p.m., I encourage you, take a mental note of it, take a photo of it, send it to me if you want, tag me on Instagram, and I'll share it. But when you see 555, know that it's a reminder that you are on your path. And not only for 555, I mean angel numbers in general, but 555 pertains to me more. When you see angel numbers, don't take them lightly. Look at them as a reminder that you are on your right path. You need to just keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up on yourself. Get to where you need to be. I love you. Thank you for watching. And this is how I fell off, just to get back on. I just finished editing the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Ask me any questions down below in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer you in the comments and in future videos. Let me know what more you want to see from me. I love you.